Hello everybody, I hope you all are doing great. We are doing another project and I just kind of sprung this one on Shannon like I did the dog kennel. And so this is just off the cuff and we just want to tell you a little bit about what we have been doing. We have been building a cattle panel T-post fence around our 8 garden beds. And it's been not too bad for a couple of city slickers. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like and how we installed the cattle panel on the T-post and on the ground, because I use a little trick to help us level everything out. It might be a dumb trick, but it works for us, and we're going to be doing stuff to help us with this trick along the bottom of the fence because we had uneven ground, so we had to do some things that were kind of weird. So I want to stop right here so I can turn the camera around and then we will continue. All right, so here is the garden. You can see that there are 8 garden beds, 8 raised gardens. They are 4 feet by 8 feet, and we used 2 by 8s to build them. Then you can see over here we have this arch of cattle panel. We are going to be putting things that are viney in there to grow. And then through the archway you can see we have a teeny tiny little greenhouse to get some starters going. But the main project we've been working on the past couple of days is the fence that you see here with the cattle panel and the T-post. And what was really cool, as I walk closer towards the door without falling over anything, is some hinges that we found for the tube gate. I want to show those to you real quick because they're pretty interesting little things, and it made hanging the tube gate really easy. So we got these off of Amazon. It looks like that. That's the top one, and then the bottom one is right down here. And they're made specifically for T-post. And then you have the tube gate that just hangs on right here. We just insert the hinge into the top, and on the bottom we just set the door on top of the hinge. And then that has a little washer that comes along with it so it doesn't tear up the hinge itself. It was really easy to set up. Well, not really easy, but pretty easy. It came with, Ken's gonna open the door for me. It came with a little thing that was supposed to hook in right here where this screw is to like jam it into place. But we couldn't get that in, so we just improvised and put a screw in there to hold that top hinge in place, and it's locked in pretty well. Now, for the T-post, you can see over by the little oh shoot, I just forgot the name. Yeah, the little greenhouse. The T-posts are up high, and then as we come down, the T-posts look lower and lower, but that's because we have a downhill grade and we wanted the top of the cattle panel to stay even. And then on this other side, the longer side, I'm gonna let Shannon get out of the way because she doesn't want everyone to see her outfit, a gray sweatshirt hoodie with red plaid pants. So, but on this longer side, you can see the cattle panels started out lower and end up getting taller and taller. Now the one on the end is super tall because I haven't pounded it in the ground yet. But something that I did to help us figure out to keep the whole thing even across the top was now just pretend this is the bottom of the cattle panel. I cut out all of these pieces right here all along the bottom instead of the top. I'm showing you the top. And then we poked them into the ground to help level out the cattle panel so that it's level all the way around, or fairly level, eyeball level. And then we have these cool little clips. Shannon's gonna get one for me. They're back behind me and under the deck. we have these cool little clips. I can show you one that's already pre-done, but I want to show you how to put one on that come with the T-post, and they look like this before you wrap them on. And then we also we decided to get this little T-post clip tool to help us get it on, and it's been a breeze, no problems at all. And we got this off of Amazon for like 15 or 20 bucks, but it's really helped save us a lot of time, and we don't have to cut wire and use wire and try to twist it with pliers or anything like that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to jam this T-post into the ground, and then I'll show you how to use those T-post clips, and that'll be pretty much the end, because we are one T-post short to connect it near the fence, our yard fence, so we need to get one more T-post to finish up the whole job. So I'm gonna hand the camera over to Shannon. We'll put it in fast forward so you don't have to see me jamming this in for a minute or so, or probably less than that because the ground's still moist from all the rain. But here we go. All right, so that was me jamming in the T-post. That was quite hilarious. Now here at the bottom, you can see that I cut those off. So now we're going to step on them to level out the top. And then I will show you how to use the T-post clips to attach the cattle panel to the T-post. Level. Okay, so here's the little T-post clip, and it works pretty well. It's already pre-bent in a couple of spots for you, so you can just lay it on the cattle panel and get started. You have to make sure that the cattle panel is in between two of the knobs, or it's really hard if it's like this one and on the knob. So we're gonna do this top one. Put this side on, then wrap it around. Let me get my tool over here. Then you take the tool, put it right in here like this, and then you just slide it around, and it bends that side all the way around. Then you bring it over the top, and you put the wire in the little hole, and then you just yank it up like that, and it's on. Nice and easy. So we can do a couple of more to make sure it stays on the correct way. You can see it's overall pretty quick. There's that. And there's that. And then the last one. Some of them do tend to be a little bit harder than the others, but overall pretty easy. And there you go. T-post clips are on. We have one little section here to finish up. Woo, almost fell. And but we think we need one more T-post to finish it up, and then our whole gate will be complete, and the dogs will not be able to dig in the garden, and that's our biggest goal. We do plan on putting like little gutterings around the edges to hang in some maybe strawberries, things like that, to grow on the fence itself, so we can have more veggies and fruits, food in general, growing other than just in the garden beds themselves. We're going to put either some more cattle panel down below, especially on the other end where there's a gap, so hopefully little rabbits can't get through. We are also thinking that if we don't like the cattle panel low, we might put down some chicken wire, as it'll be even harder for the little ones to get through the bottom of the fence. And for our first fence, I'd have to say we're pretty happy overall, and we just can't wait to get this last section done and actually start planting. Even though Isaac has started planting a few things today, But we have a big plans for this garden, not only this year but for years to come. We'd like to eventually start selling in farmers markets and things like that, to make a little extra money and to provide some good quality food for our community. Shannon, anything to say? She's shaking her head no. All right, I think that's about it, and we'll see you in the next video.